masculine energies. How are you? Happy Friday. Welcome back. It's been a minute, but I am back here. Welcome to my channel, Masculine Empowering Oracles by me, Manglitas. I'm glad to be back to you, my masculines. Men out there who are looking to be empowered, to step into the warriors you were meant to be. And if you are ready, well, you're on the right channel, because I am here to bring some inspiration, to bring you some motivation. This channel is about discussing certain subjects, discussing certain matters of things that you guys deal with and while you navigate through this world. We all have challenges regardless of gender. We all deal with certain aspects of life, and they vary depending on what it is that is going on in your life. All right. So, like I said, welcome back. I hope your day has been going well. I didn't forget you guys. With all that being said, let's get right into it. So, today's subject is going to be about relationships. Okay, and for those of you that perhaps it's not in a committed relationship or married or anything of that nature, it's okay, because this is going to be somewhat like a two-part type of reading, or a two-part motivational type of energy in terms of what I feel is going on with some of my masculines out there. All right, so again, as I always mention, that whatever comes out today, whatever messages and how this reading goes, it's not going to resonate with all of you, because I am dealing with all different signs. Some of you, of course, different elements and signs. I'm dealing with different behaviors, different attitudes, as well as just dealing with different... I lost my thought. I think you get the point. So in other words, this reading might not resonate with you. It might not be your story. Whichever one that it resonates with, if that resonates with you and you can identify with what I bring out to you today, then all is well. All right? So, as I said, today's topic and discussion for today will be about relationships, love. All right? At some point in our lives, we have had a relationship, we deal with love, and sometimes they work out, sometimes they don't, sometimes we fall in love, sometimes we fall out of love, or simply, perhaps maybe it might be one or two of you that maybe fear being in love, having a relationship. And so, as I said, this is going to kind of play into a two-part type of reading for those that are with someone and in a relationship, and then those that are single and perhaps not ready to open up. Maybe there's a fear of being in a committed relationship for whatever the reason is, but we're going to tap into it. All right, so I want to mention that I did something a little different. That is, I went to pull a card from the Moonology deck. Okay, this deck deals with the different energies and the elements that comes in around a moon phase. So we have several moon phases that comes in every month. One of which that is the most potent moon phase is the full moon. And knowing and understanding how the phases of the moon work is very important, but it always impacts our life when there's a full moon that comes in, when there's the new moon that comes in. The new moon and full moon are the two moon phases that generally will impact our life, believe it or not. And at some point, I might actually later on upload a bonus video about the full moon and how you can utilize the power of the full moon, because the full moon is not only something that impacts our life, but it's also certain things that we can do to bring things into our life, which is called manifestations. People do that. I do that. And how you can work with the moon's energy to, like I said, bring the things that you want into your life. All right, but that would be at a later time. But with all that being said, the reason I was drawn to pick a card from this deck was because this Sunday will be a full moon coming in Right off the hand, I forget what sign it will be in. I think it's Aries. I'm not sure, but it appears and comes in on Sunday. But give or take a day or two, like a day or two after, we still will feel the effects of it as it comes into that full phase on Sunday. So with that being said, I pulled out the card from that deck to see what my masculine energies will be affected, and how I should say will be affected. So I pulled it out, and the card that came out was a new romantic cycle begins. And this one is new moon in Libra. Okay? So you might say, well, it says a new moon in Libra, and you just mentioned about a full moon. Well, I have mentioned this on my other channel that despite whatever moon phase energy comes out, I'm picking up the energies, and particularly with this channel that I deal with the masculine, I wanted to tap in and see what the energies of the moon will be like and how it will affect you for this weekend. So yes, although there's a full moon that's coming in, how is it that the new moon in Libra, how will it kind of interact with this full moon? Well, it can. It's almost like it will collaborate. And so you're kind of getting messages and energies of what to expect and what the message is overall for you for this weekend. All right, so we're going to get right into it. So what does it mean? A new romantic cycle begins, and how is it that this new moon in Libra, the energy from this is going to impact you along with working in conjunction with this full moon? Well, let's read it and see. Okay, so the new moon in Libra and what it's all about, to understand. If you know anything, I'm not I'm learning. Actually, I'm in the process of learning more and getting into astrology, but I do know the basics and how the moon phases affects and certain signs and how it plays into certain elements of the zodiac sign. But I'm still learning astrology. But it's very helpful to know. Many people don't think so, but it really does help to understand ourselves. It also helps and to understand how the energy from the moon, because the moon is an energy. Everything around us is energy. So you can imagine that when we are getting that energy of that full moon, how powerful it is. All right, so let's see. It says, give and take could well be the answer to whatever dilemma you are asking about. Compromise may be called for. It's time to start negotiating or even renegotiating. Now, this part to me seems to be more geared to those who are committed in a committed relationship. So this energy of this moon in Libra is suggesting that if some of you are in a relationship and maybe you've had some disagreements and you're not seeing eye to eye, and maybe you guys are not really vibing and you have had some issues, this energy of this new moon during this weekend is kind of bringing attention to the fact that maybe there's some sort of out of balance that is going on in your relationship, and so it's calling for you to revisit, go to that person and to renegotiate, to work things out. Okay, it says when the new moon in Libra comes up, there's a restart for you and for someone else. So whoever you're involved in, it's a need to work things out, talk and discuss. Okay, it says, or now this part can be for those that are single and maybe looking for love. A new relationship could be beginning, and if that's the case, the chances are this will be a healthy and well balanced connection. And anything you do after, doing it in pairs is advised, such as teaming up with someone in business or in your personal life. Libra is a sign of relating, and this card suggests that whomever is at the heart of the issue you're addressing is someone who will be open to talking things through. Avoid being selfish. It won't get you anywhere at this time. Libra is the sign of love and harmony, negotiation, and relationships. It is harmonious, kind, and luxurious, and always aiming for balance. And that's what I mentioned a few minutes ago, that maybe there's some things that is unbalanced, and then there's a time for equilibrium in your relationship. It says, so when we have the new moon in Libra, or at any time that this card comes out, there's a restart possible for anything and everything connected to partnerships, negotiations, appearances, and justice. Remember that Libra is depicted by a set of scales. This energy wants to bring things back to equilibrium. So if you really notice at this picture here, you'll see here scales. The scales here, they are balanced. So if currently, and again, if this resonates with some of you, if there's any type of imbalance, things haven't been really balanced in terms of the harmony that's been going on in your relationship, well, this energy and the message here is showing that now is the time. So basically use this energy of the full moon to help restore your relationship, to help bring balance and equilibrium at this time. So that's really how this full moon is going to work in conjunction with this new moon in Libra. All right. See, I told you guys this message somehow was meant for someone to hear. Like I said, it's not going to be for all of you, but this is something that somebody needs to hear at this time. All right. And so again, for those of you that are not in love or not in a current relationship, it's showing that basically that something new is coming your way. But I feel that some of you have a fear, okay? And at times it happens, regardless of your gender, whether male or female. Sometimes we are scared of not knowing how a relationship is going to turn out, because maybe we need more time to know the person, you know, and so sometimes we have to allow time to maybe date the person, get to know the person, kind of fill them out, get an idea if this would be someone who would be compatible for us. But overall, depending on what it is that you may have been taught, or maybe what you have seen with your parents or other people, sometimes you look and say, whoa, they always seem to fight. Or every time when I look at couples, it seems that, it doesn't seem like something that that I'm ready to go into. You know what I mean? But I believe there's love for everyone. There's somebody for everyone, and everyone deserves love, provided that you can find that person. So allow yourself to be open. Allow yourself to love. Don't let fear stand in your way to be able to open up and receive love. Okay, because as you receive love, you will be given love, of course, with the right person. So if you need more time to kind of, get that person, to find that person, it will come. But also, don't chase. You want to be able to manifest love. So speaking of manifesting, because I mentioned about the full moon, if you are someone that is looking for love and you're ready to start a relationship, guess what? Use the energy of the full moon, because the full moon is about setting intentions. It's about attracting the things we want. We don't ever want to chase something, because if something is meant for us, guess what? The universe, or whoever your belief system is going to see to it that they're going to help us find someone that will be for us. But you do your part by setting your intentions and praying and using that energy of the full moon to say, something, I've been single for some time. I'm ready to love someone. I'm ready to give love, and as well to receive love. And you make your intentions and set it so that the universe knows, and they will work in your favor, and they will help draw you. They will help bring in and help you attract someone to you, if that's what you want. All right. So now let's move on to your archetype card. And here we have Lover. Now, for those of you that, whether you're in a relationship or you're single, sometimes when I look at this card, if you look at the image here, you see like a person, right? Well, that's the image. You see an image of a person. But if you look, you don't really see like a person on the other side. This person is like, embracing. And in the mind, you look at it, you get the idea that the person is kind of, trying to embrace or hug someone, but you don't really see that other person. So for me, this means that sometimes it could just be us loving ourselves. Sometimes we don't love ourselves. Sometimes we put ourselves down. Sometimes we are too hard on ourselves. And sometimes, when we do that, that as well can play a part in what comes to us. Because people can tell. If you don't love yourself, if you don't find peace within yourself, how can you find peace and attract that type of energy toward you? So foremost, for anything else, if this is for my single fellas out there, if you want love, but at the same time, you don't have the love for yourself, then how are you going to love someone else? Okay? So again, loving yourself and taking that attitude to say, I am good enough. I have a lot to offer, but it starts from within. And then whatever you feel and activate on the inside, it will come on the outside. Okay? So let's read what the lover says, because this is an archetype of the masculine, and we're going to see how this plays into the subject for today. All right? So for the lovers, it says the lover archetype expresses emotion, feeling, enthusiasm, and passion. He is sensitive to the physical and sensual world. He takes in the vivid beauty of the world around him. The lover archetype seeks freedom and craves the totality of his tactile experience. The need for intimacy and connection is so fundamental that life has no meaning without it. So basically, we all have that need for intimacy and connection. So if for my single fellas out there, like I said, if you're trying to hold yourself back, if you're not quite ready, if you got a fear, let it go. Because that is a part of life, to be loved, to feel connected to someone, right? It says the lover archetype is about embracing relationships and evoking emotions. The lover wants to dance in joy, hold the hands of friends when grieving, and partake in the pleasures of life. This drives the lover to be a connoisseur of life pleasures by following his intuition and creative desires. This search for bliss can lead to the shadow aspect of the addict and the lost dreamer. It's vital for the lover to not fall into craving greener pastures and instead be one with what is present. That can help balance out the hunger and selfishness for more. The lover's desire for the freedom to experience everything life has to give can also lead to him hurting others. The lover must learn how to communicate with integrity and consider his emotional impact. Otherwise, his self-absorbed pleasure can leave a trail of hurt behind him. You connect with the lover archetype whenever you enjoy your senses by feeling the breeze on your skin. This is the part about loving yourself. The warmth of a lover, a partner, for those of you who are in a relationship. And the scent of summer rain. You can enjoy this archetype. So this is about playing into your senses. Touch, feel, what else is there? Touching, feeling, you get the idea. You're tuning into your five senses, okay? That's kind of embarrassing, right? But I think you get the idea. When attuned to the lover, you feel alive with vigor by being connected to your emotions, whether those feelings are joy or pain. This internal and external intimacy fuels your spirituality and creativity. The place the muses reside. When working with the lover archetype, look to how you receive and give love to the world. Look to your life's emotional purpose and ask yourself, what helps you stay in the present moment? So again, this part of you, this lover archetype, is all about giving and receiving. You're receiving love, but as well having that reciprocated by someone who's going to give it to you as well. Okay, and that part is particularly for, it doesn't matter if you're in a committed relationship or single, but I think for that part, it's just showing you that it's nothing wrong. It's normal, because that's a part of life. We weren't really meant to be by ourselves, to be loners, There's a need. Think about, quickly, I just thought about the pandemic, okay? When we were locked in lockdown, what happened? We couldn't go out and connect with people. And a lot of times during that phase, I heard people say, this is not normal. We as humans, it's meant for us to mingle, to interact and connect with other people. So likewise, when it comes to loving someone and bringing someone into your life, it's normal. It's a part of life to love somebody and to be loved at the same time. So some of you, my single men out there, if you're looking, like I said, if you're looking but you're not quite ready, but you're holding yourself back because you have a fear of what is, well, guess what? As long as you have that attitude, you would never really experience or allow yourself to attract what actually could turn out to be the best thing or the best person that could come into your life to make you feel fulfilled and happy. So you have to put yourself out there to be able to draw that type of love to you, because you deserve it. We all deserve love. All right. And for those of you who are in current relationships, like I said, maybe some of you, this is calling attention to some of you where you are looking to maybe you're looking to leave the relationship or leave the marriage. And you know that saying, the pastures is not always greener on the other side. All it takes is to water your plants, or to water, your grass. Sometimes the grass can wither away. Sometimes it can die down because it's been neglected. Sometimes, we haven't attended to it as much as we should. So all it takes is just to restart the process again. Go out there, water it, give it some nourishment, give it some love, bring that peace and harmony back in so that it can flourish the way it was meant to. Okay? And that's is the message for those that are in committed relationships or you are married with your partner. Okay? So winding down, we are going to talk about your card, which is coming from the Soul's Journey deck, is relationships. Okay? Again, we're talking about relationships here. And the message here is, I'm attracted to those people who serve my higher good. Okay? So again, let's tap into that and see what that message is. Now, for me, it's basically saying love attracts love. So basically, you are going to, if you love yourself, because remember, the love has to start from within. So the love that you have for yourself, for oneself, it's going to attract that love as well, if that makes sense. If you don't love yourself and you don't care for yourself, guess what? If you do have someone coming your way, it's going to attract that type of energy. Everything is energy. You have good energy and you have bad energy. So you want to be able to attract the energy and people or a mate that it's going to serve your highest good, because at the end, you both will attract the same type of energy. Okay? You don't want negative and positive. You kind of want the same type of energy. All right? So let's tap into that message and see what it says here in relationships as we wind down this reading. It says, in this three-dimensional world in which we live, there is a sense that we are separate from one another, and also that we meet by chance. This is an illusion. The people in our lives are drawn to us and are here for a reason. It is through sharing experiences and having relationships with others that we begin to understand ourselves. When someone appears in your life, you must see what is not resolved or hold in the person and understand the lessons he or she brings home to you. You draw others to you like magnets in order to learn various aspects of yourself. The people you have close relationships with on earth are usually members of your soul family. You have chosen to incarnate together to help each other learn lessons, even though it may not seem that way to you now. Once a lesson is learned, don't be surprised if that person fades away. People are in your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. Okay? So again, there are times that when we are in relationships, and it doesn't even have to be pertaining to relationships. It could be any kind of relationship. It could be a business relationship. Whatever area that this fits in, any type of relationship. Sometimes relationships are meant to last, and then some is just temporary. But for the ones that is temporary, there is still a reason and a purpose that they are existing for that moment in time. We may not know until later on. So the same thing when it comes to love. Some may say, well, love don't last forever, or, nothing lasts forever, but again, it's how we look at things from a different perspective. Always be open-minded to know and understand that life is what and how we make it to be. Okay, nothing is never set in stone. And if things is meant to be in our life and remain in our life, it will be there. The universe will see. The universe knows. At the same time, if something is meant to leave and to be removed, that too will happen. But never take it upon yourself to, as they say, judge a book by its cover, or never knock something before you try it. Okay, so that is the messages that I got for you, my masculines. I hope that this was helpful. So you see, it kind of spoke about certain ways to give you something positive and something inspirational to work on. If you are in the situation where you are with somebody, and like I said, you guys are just having some type of imbalances in your relationship, now is the time to kind of correct it and to, bring and restore harmony back into your relationship. And for my single men out there, if you're looking for love, but you kind of have your doubts about it, it's okay. Just open up. Let yourself be loved, because at the end of the day, you deserve love, as we all do. All right? Never feel that, you are not good enough. Always believe that you have what it takes to be the best and to draw that attention to you. Never sell yourself short and think that, I'm not good enough. We are all here striving for the same thing. We all want, like I said, love. We're not meant to be alone, to be by ourselves. We are meant to connect, and sometimes to connect with people on an intimate level. All right? So, fellas, I hope you enjoyed today's message. And in some kind of way, like I said, it's something for you to think about over this weekend. And for those specifically that are looking to attract love, okay, then like I said, utilize the moon energy this Sunday. And right quick, you say, well, how do I do it? Well, you can write it down. Write down what it is that you want. Burn it safely, burn it, and toss it out into the universe. Set your intentions. Because when you set those intentions and you release it to the universe is going to answer that. And it might not be something that you see immediately. We never also want to think that, when we do that we're going to see results. This is things that is going to build up. But the universe will bring things into alignment when the time is right. We have to remember that our time is not divine timing, and divine timing is not our timing. But when you set those intentions and you think, about what it is you do want in your life, the universe will help you along the way, along with your spirit guides and your spirit angels. All right? So, fellas, until we connect again, I'm wishing all of you a wonderful Friday evening and a wonderful, awesome weekend ahead. Give thought to what we mentioned here at any time. You can always come back to this video. If, in fact, that this reading today, the messages is not for you and everything is good in that area, very good, then perhaps there is someone you might know, a buddy of yours, that maybe is having some kind of issues or what have you in his relationship. It's not that you're butting in, but you can lead him and direct him to this channel, to this video, so he can look for himself and kind of decide what he wants to do. And for some of those friends that you have that is single and looking for love, you know what to do. Bring them to my channel and let them look at this video. And at the same time, hit that thumbs like button. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. And like I said, share. Get the word out there, okay? Because this channel, like I said, is for you masculine. It's to help you to feel empowered. And we discuss things that is going to help you. I'm coming from love. And I'm trying to support and give you the best type of inspiration I can. At the end of the day, you make the final decisions in your life. I'm not here to tell you what to do because I'm judging. Then that would be like I'm judging what it is and trying to say, well, go this way. No, because at the end of the day, we do have the universal law of attraction and we all have free will. Okay? So with that being said, I'm going to leave it there. And until the next time, like I said, be well, peace, love, and light. Namaste. Bye.